Hey guys, welcome back to another Facebook Live broadcast. I am coming to you today from my home instead of my regular office, so I am really excited to see you guys again. It's been a long week, but I'm excited to reconnect and see how you guys are doing out there. So if this is your first Facebook Live broadcast, welcome. My name is Sarah King. I am a physical therapist and the founder of Invigorate Physical Therapy and Wellness here in Austin, Texas. And today I'm really excited to talk with you guys about a topic that's been coming up a lot lately, which is helping you stay on track while you're traveling. And this is going to be a great discussion. I'm really excited to talk to you guys. I know that the end of the year is full of trips and family and, gallivanting across the country far and wide to see family and have some fun and find warm weather. So I'm just going to welcome you guys to it. And while everyone is filing in here, just feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and then if you do have a trip planned, where you're going, because I would love to know where you're headed. So while we're doing that, I also want to tell you, while we're getting set up here, if you have any questions you want me to cover while we're live tonight, just put them in the comment section below, and Lauren's going to keep track of them for me. And then at the end, we'll get to your questions. So feel free to leave your questions in the comments. So I see Roger said hi, Lauren said hi. Hello, guys. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome back, you guys. I also, while people are still filing in here, I really wanted to give a shout out to our boosters. We've got a lot of awesome people that are going through our Invigorate Online Parkinson's Booster Program, which is a 5-week exercise-based workout program that we're nearing the end of with this group of individuals. So people are in there just really supporting each other. It's been really fun to see everybody talk about their improvements in their balance and their strength and their endurance and being able to do things now that they couldn't do before, and that's really what it's all about. So congratulations to my boosters, and if you are wanting to get in on the next round of the booster program, you can head over to invigoratept.com/booster and just go ahead and get signed up for the wait list there, and we'll let you know the next time that it's available. So speaking of getting moving with the booster program, let's just go ahead and hop right into our topic for tonight, which is getting moving and staying moving while you are on the road. So vacation is a wonderful thing. Vacation is something that we all need to get out, get some relaxation, unwind, really just enjoy downtime. But at the same time, it's the perfect opportunity to really get out of a schedule and fall off what I've been calling the Parkinson's warrior wagon. And this is true for anyone, whether or not you have a diagnosis of Parkinson's. That exercise just doesn't really go hand in hand with vacation. And, a lot of people that I talk to, they say, I go on vacation to get away from everything. I go on vacation because I want to just forget about everything and even forget that Parkinson's is a part of my life. And you definitely have that right. I get it. I understand that you're just tired of wrapping your whole life around your Parkinson's symptoms, whether it's medication or exercise, and I get it, and that's super frustrating. And just know that you do have the choice at any time to exercise or not. But by choosing to exercise and stay consistent, even when you're traveling, is actually going to help you not only today, but in your future. So I wanted to take a little bit of time before we got rolling with the content here to just ask you to maybe reframe your mindset. And instead of looking at exercise as something that is an inconvenience in your life, something that you have to squeeze in because your doctor said so or because Sarah said so, instead shifting your mindset and just really looking at exercise as a way to empower yourself and a way to invest in yourself and your future. And, this goes for everyone. The more we move, the healthier we stay, the more wonderful things that we can do with our body now and in the future. So in the same way that you wouldn't stop taking your medication while you're on vacation, stopping exercising is just going to set you back in the long run. So again, instead of looking at exercise as an inconvenience, instead flipping that rhetoric and looking at exercise as an investment in your future. It looks like Christian Banda tuned in. Welcome, welcome. And if anybody has any tips while we're going along, talking about staying consistent while exercising, just put them in the comments, because we learn from each other, and I for sure don't know everything. So if you've got tips and tricks that you use to stay on track while you're on vacation, just put them in the comments and we'll share them there too. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. So I have 4 different ways for you to stay on track while you're traveling this holiday season or any time of the year. And the first way that I want you to stay on track is to put yourself first. So I'm giving you permission to put yourself and your needs in front of everything else during this trip. So while I was preparing for this Facebook Live, I had someone say, I'm headed to Europe and my schedule isn't dictated by me. I'm going with a group and I'm going with people that, I don't control the schedule. And this may be true for any vacation that you go on. And my words of advice for that would be to say that you do have control, even if it's in a little way. So you can get up 20, 30 minutes earlier. You can stay up 20 minutes, 30 minutes later. We're going to talk about different techniques, but think about how you can really put yourself first, because I think oftentimes we look at our vacation schedules, especially when we go with a group, and we think, I don't want to inconvenience everyone else because I want to do exercise. But know that, don't be embarrassed about it. You're a Parkinson's warrior. It's your time to shine. You wouldn't be embarrassed about taking your medication. You wouldn't be embarrassed about putting yourself first if your life depended on it. And with Parkinson's, your life does depend on exercise. So be proud of it. And really wear it as a badge of honor. You don't have to rub it in anybody's face, but don't be ashamed to put yourself first, because the consequences of putting yourself second, you're going to feel when you come back from that trip. So don't be afraid to put yourself first and plan it in. So if you know your schedule, if you know where you're going to be, you know where you're staying, you know a little bit about your schedule, see if you can find even 15, 20-minute blocks in there to squeeze in some quick exercises, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But see if there are some blocks of time in there that you can really just go in and get it done. Wake up 20, 30 minutes earlier so that you can at least stretch and maybe do a little circuit, and plan it in. And I always encourage people, if you can, to do it in the morning. That'll help you reconnect your brain with your body, give you some energy for the day, and then you have the rest of the day to relax and not feel guilty about exercising. So, if you are with your family and it's not this big trip where you're, out and about all the time, all day, and you're just hanging out with your family, put yourself first and excuse yourself from some of the downtime that comes with hanging out with family. So if everybody's just vegging out in front of the TV, and you feel like you've got the energy, and I would always encourage you to just hop up from the TV instead of watching a mindless show. Hop up, go for a walk around the block, get in a quick circuit, do some stretches, get down on the floor and stretch. Just move in some way when there's downtime, when you can. So every little bit helps, and just don't be afraid to put yourself first. So that's number 1, putting yourself first. All right, number 2, the second way that you can stay on track while you're traveling is to include your family, or if you're going with a group of friends, to include your friends. I'm going to tilt this up a little bit. So oftentimes, we feel like we can't include our family because they don't want to exercise. They're not really interested in doing your Parkinson's exercises or whatever your exercise program is. But I think you'd be surprised if you invited your family to participate in whatever you wanted to do. Plan a family hike. I know that Sharon, one of our boosters, she shared that on her family vacations, they planned a hike together, and it really helped motivate her. Their family got to spend some time together outside. So you can go for a walk around the block after dinner. You can go for a little hike. If you have been through the Power program or the Big and Loud program and you do those exercises regularly, invite your family to do them along with you because they are challenging. I mean, I see clients all day long. I'm doing power exercises with my clients and I get a great workout in. And so I think they're really functional. They're really fun. So invite your family to do these exercises with you. If they know they're supporting your health and they love and support you overall, it's going to be more fun than it is any burden at all. So when you include your family, you don't have to do formal exercise. Get down on the floor, crawl around, chase your grandkids, play catch with the dog, go to yoga or a spin class with your kids. Now there's all kinds of wonderful fitness classes that are pretty close to most people. Ask your family if they've got a class that maybe they'd want to include you in, and don't be afraid to show up for it. So yoga is a really good one that it is adaptable to all ages and abilities. Spin, it sounds really intense, but if you just get in there and get on the bike and move your legs around while everybody else is doing crazy stuff, then it's still benefiting you, and you could probably participate too. There are lots of ways to get discounts on group classes. So going to groupon.com and searching for fitness class passes in your area. There's a website called ClassPass, where you can buy passes to a whole group of classes throughout your community for a pretty inexpensive price. So get out there and just explore and get out of your comfort zone, and don't be afraid to ask your family if they'll do these things with you, because if you're motivated and they're motivated, it's only going to be a net positive. So I see Tina's tuning in and Debbie. Hi guys, welcome. Bob and Debbie Chance in Palm Springs, California. Thanks for being here, guys. Hi, Sarah. Hi, guys. Okay, so that is number 2, involve your family. So we've got put yourself first, involve your family. Number 3 is in the blog post I wrote, I said cut it short. And what that means is actually taking, we think that we have to exercise for an hour and a half, when really we don't have to take that big of a chunk, especially out of our travel and our vacation time. We can condense it down into a short, high-intensity workout. So there's a term that's called high-intensity interval workout, or interval training, HIIT training. And in the blog post I wrote about this topic, you'll see a link to the Michael J. Fox Foundation talking a little bit more about HIIT training and Parkinson's. But interval training on a basic level consists of doing a really intense bout of exercise for about 30 to 60 seconds, resting for about that period, and then repeating that circuit. So this is a type of training that I actually really love. And in the blog post, I give you lots of examples, and I'll walk you through here. But you can take this interval training idea to a variety of exercises. So if we were talking about interval training and walking, you could walk at a regular pace for 60 seconds, for about a minute. Start your timer. When a minute's done, you walk as quickly as you can for the next minute. And then after that minute's done, you walk another slow pace for a minute. You could do a minute or 2 if you're walking. You can do the same on a bike, do a comfortable pace for about a minute, and then once that minute passes, the next minute you're going as quickly as you can, as fast as you can, get your heart rate up, and then rest or do a comfortable pace for about a minute, and just alternate and back and forth in that high intensity. Get your heart rate up. You're physically challenged, you're mentally challenged, and it can be really potent, especially for your brain, not just for Parkinson's, but for all of us. It really helps to give us that aerobic kick. And you do this for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then you're done for the day. So I still think that, being able to walk for longer periods of time and ride for longer periods of time and longer workouts are great. But while you're traveling, if you can cut it short and really get the most bang for your buck, that can be a really great thing too, and a really big time saver. So if you're looking for ideas for exercises to put into this interval training where you do, this exercise for 30 to 60 seconds, rest, and then do it again for 30 to 60 seconds, we've got a lot of resources on our YouTube channel and on our blog. The foundational 5 pull exercises from the blog, I think it consists of some squats, some power stances, a few lunges. Those exercises can be really good ones to do in this interval training style. So Lauren's going to put up a link underneath here in a second. But you can also do any type of body weight exercise. If you're in a hotel, if you're, staying somewhere where you don't have equipment, or maybe you don't have your Parkinson's pulls, then you can always do body weight exercises. I saw Christian said, "It's a hit, thumbs up." I thought that was funny. Thank you for that. Mary Jane from Wisconsin, and Teresa and Jeff, nice to see you guys. So body weight exercises can be things like squat. Body weight just means you're using your body as a weight, so you're not holding on to anything. And so squats are a great body weight exercise. Lunges, you can do push-ups. You don't have to get on the floor to do them if you're not strong enough quite yet. You can do them against the wall, or on the top of a sturdy table or chair. Planks, where you're holding your body weight up, your hands are down and your toes are down, can be a great body weight exercise. Some other body weight exercises that are more cardio focused could be any type of, calisthenics. If you're doing high knees or jumping jacks, bouncing up on your toes, it can be anything that gets your heart rate up. I love jump ropes in interval training. I know that those are really portable and easy to take with you. I also wanted to say that the Parkinson's exercise pulls, if you're driving somewhere, you can, if you don't know what I'm talking about with the Parkinson's exercise pulls, they're one of my favorite pieces of equipment. They're just 2 dowel rods with cane tips on the end, and we can get you a link on how to make your own from the blog. But those are the most inexpensive, best portable equipment for Parkinson's that I think is out there right now, honestly. And so you can take your Parkinson's poles with you and just do your walking. You can do any of the exercises on the blog and, have a portable exercise program ready to go. So again, if you want to join our 30-day free movement challenge that we always host, you can get information about everything I'm talking about. It'll be a great way to help you get moving while you're gone too. That website is invigoratept.com/30-day challenge. And you get worksheets and information from me, motivational emails to help you get moving and kind of give you some ideas to work out while you're away. So I would love to have you join. If you've gone through the challenge, then you can always redo the challenge. But if you haven't done the challenge yet, you should come join us because it's really fun. Okay, so that was cutting it short. If you have questions about the interval training, just leave them in the comment section below, and we can talk more about it. I know that might be a new concept to some of you, but it's a really, really effective one. Nora says, I have urban poles, but my husband made the Parkinson's poles as support for me. Just love him. He's great. Aw, I love that too. Okay, so we are doing great on time. My last tip for you. So far, staying on track while moving. Don't be afraid to put yourself first. Involve your family. Cut it short. And then my 4th tip for you while you're traveling is to get creative. So if everything else fails, you can't get up early to work out, even if it's a short circuit, you want to put yourself first, but it's just not possible. I get it. Sometimes there are just times when it's not happening. But every day that you're awake, you can choose to make your movements big and powerful. So we get kind of in this zone of small movement, especially when we're not exercising. So turning everyday tasks into a little bit more of a challenge and a game can be a great way to at least stretch and at least give your brain and your body some input while you're traveling. So what that looks like is, whenever you get out of a chair, pop up really powerfully, and maybe do it 2 or 3 times. Pop up, spread your arms really wide, your fingers really wide, your elbows stretch out, stand tall. Think about your form, and don't just go through your day without really thinking about being big, powerful movements. You can power walk across the room. You can emphasize taking high knee steps, really long steps. How many steps can you, how few steps can you get from one end of the hallway to the other? Kind of just turning life into a little game, a movement game, where you're really thinking about big, powerful movements. Again, if you are a power grad, a power moves graduate, the power up stance where you open up nice and wide, we can put a link to that in our notes here too, is the power up stance is a great one to do every time you stand up from a chair, just to emphasize your shoulders going back, your hands getting really big, squeezing your shoulder blades back, taking a deep breath. Even those small stimulus to your brain while you're getting around during the day can help you stay a little more mobile, stay a little more open, and stay a little bit more connected to your body while you're on vacation without it having to take so much time away from you while you are traveling. So, you can also get really creative and do big, powerful movements. Turn on the radio and dance around the room. That's one of my favorite ways to move during the day. If it's, somebody in your family's outside shoveling snow, go out there and shovel some snow with them. Just get active and think about how you can add just 5 minutes of movement to your day if you're sitting a lot while you are traveling. If you're driving, get out of the car, do your stretches, maybe do a 2 or 3 minute walk back and forth as quickly as you can, a quick stretch. That will help you accumulate a lot of movement points during your day. A great friend of ours, Logan Schwartz, he calls those movement snacks. Just like you would snack on food, give your body a little movement snack to regenerate it and give you some energy for the day. So find ways to get creative and find your movement snacks while you are traveling and seeing the world and spending time with your family. So those are my 4. I have a little bit more for you here, but I do want to reiterate this idea of changing our mindset around exercise and looking at exercise not as an inconvenience while you are traveling, but really an investment in your future. Your trips and your travels are only possible if your body is able to do those, whether you have Parkinson's or not. And so exercise is that tool that we use proudly and excitedly to help us access all of these things that we want to do. The more you're consistent with your exercise every day, the more trips you get to go on, the more things that you get to do with your family. And like I said, that's just even outside of Parkinson's. It's something that I believe exists for everyone. So keeping moving is an investment in you and an investment in your future. And I believe in you enough to tell you to get up and go do it. So let's see. Nora Bennett says, what can you do on a 5.5-hour flight? We'll be going out west in April. That is a great question. 5.5 hours is too long to be sitting down, especially on an airplane. So I know this is easier said than done, and if you have issues with freezing, this can be even more challenging. But I would say pick an aisle seat. And if you don't get an aisle seat, ask the friendly person sitting next to you if you can switch. Some people will do it and others will not, but it's at least worth an ask. If you can get an aisle seat once an hour, stand up from your chair, stand in the aisle. I mean, obviously if the pilot has the no seatbelt or the seatbelt light on and you can't stand up, then obviously don't do that. But generally, they turn the seatbelt light off and you can stand up and hold on to the seats if you have issues with balance, but you can do a little knee bend and then stretch in your back. And you can do it in a way that's not, obnoxious or anything, but taking a little knee bend and then powering up a few times just to get off your bum not only helps with circulation and preventing blood clots, but it'll help you avoid being stiff for the whole day. Backing that up and going outside of exercise, make sure for the 24 to 48 hours beforehand you're hydrating really well. Flying, crossing time zones, and being in the air with that stuffed up recycled air dehydrates your body incredibly, and so that can contribute also to joint stiffness. So I'm always preaching hydration, always preaching water. We have a great post on the blog. If you just go to invigoratept.com and search the blog for water, you will find our article all about how to hydrate properly, because it's more than just drinking water. There are a lot of techniques and tricks in there to help you actually absorb your water and not just feel waterlogged when you chug it. So drink lots of water, sit in the aisle seat and stand up and stretch your hips and your spine. If you can come up on your tippy toes a few times just to pump some blood through your legs, that'll help with your circulation as well. So that's a great question, Nora. I really appreciate you asking it. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to shoot them my way. I don't think Lauren has sent me any, and I haven't seen any go through. So I also want to encourage you, if this has been helpful for you, or you know someone who is either traveling with you or has Parkinson's and will be traveling this season, please pass this video on. Share it with your friends on Facebook or via email. The more we can spread the word, the more we can help each other out. And also, if you want to get on our newsletter, we have a lot of really exciting things coming up in 2017, and I would love for all of you to be a part of it. I can't do this without you. So you can go over to our website, invigoratept.com, and at the bottom of every page, you'll see a place to sign up for our newsletter. I only send out relevant information. I don't spam you. And when you sign up, you get an ebook that I wrote all about 8 different steps that you can take to help you get the most out of your exercise program. It's techniques that I tell all of my clients, and I put together in a little book. So whenever you sign up, you can get that too and read through that. That'll help you even more while you're traveling. It's got a few exercise pictures in there and whatnot. So go over there and sign up for that. invigoratept.com, and at the bottom you'll see the newsletter sign up. So let me scroll through here and see if anybody else had any questions that I missed. If not, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I don't think we had any questions in here. So since I'm not seeing any questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. If you have something you think of, just leave it in the comments section below, and we'll be sure to get back with you with some resources. So enjoy your evening, stay moving, and big hugs to you all. I'm thinking about you all the time. So hope you have a great evening, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.